We've heard it all before. Am I Italian or Australian? It's nothing new. I mean, I look Italian. This hair, for one, it drives me crazy. But the vecchiette italiane will say, "Oh, che belli capelli," so surely that's my passport in. My Italian is by no means perfect, and I didn't even learn a dialect like the Calabrese. Actually, if you go to Italy and you're struggling to find Calabria, just come down under because half of them have migrated here. Us Napoletani, we're a little bit harder to find. Little Italy is perhaps a little too straight and narrow for us. My mum always says, "Guai a quella che conosce due terre," and so the identity crisis continues. But the world, they say, is what you make it, so I join thousands of confused new generation Italo-Australians in imagining that we are little Italians who live in a little world of our own. In other words, we create our own reality. This is my reality. Welcome to my world. Welcome to Little Italy.
Vivo, se ci credi sei vivo.
You see it every day. We're Italian, and so we claim that title as much as we can because, let's be honest, Italians are stylish, intelligent, creative, passionate and great at, well, everything. We have high-flying jobs, the best cars, the hottest men, the tastiest food and the sexiest language, and so as Aussie Italians we borrow these qualities. For instance, in My Little Italy we convince ourselves that we can pull off the fashion that graces the Italian runways or pebbled walkways. We squeeze into copycat outfits and impractical shoes to show that we are worthy to say that we come from the country of Armani and Versace and to the country that is the fashion capital of the world. But how do original Italians create their effortless beauty and unmatched elegant simplicity? Perhaps it's arrogance that leads the women of Little Italy to think we can do the same by purchasing fake designer styles from Valley Girl and Tightrope. We need to learn there really is a difference between fashionable and tacky. And like every other human soul, we spend our days searching for love. Of course, we would rather that be in the form of an Italian stallion who's so fresh off the boat that his feet are still wet. One with the charm that is unique to the ragazzo italiano. I see Federico every day on my way to work. He sings to me as I glide across the piazzetta, staring and waiting for me to turn around. But I will be the strong-willed Italian woman that does not budge. I gather he's had to leave his job as a fireman or a carabiniere in Italy to pursue his love of music and me in the smaller version of Italy down under. It's understandable, really. I'm actually not entirely sure what his name is or what he does, but I'm pretty sure he finds me adorable, being a new Italian and all. He makes the males in my own little world seem a little meek, really. They wear their Italianism like a badge of honour. Some deserve it. Others convince me you should have to go through some sort of testing or training to use the title. They have the confidence and arrogance of the Italians, but they just can't seem to get the charm associated. It's like they know how to sell themselves, but the goods just don't quite match the description. And the women too have a complex. The Italian woman is strong and very clever. Her man always thinks he's in control, but she's the one who rules the roost. She's able to be picky and play hard to get because he likes the chase and challenge. In Little Italy, we try to juggle this persona with the flirtatious and ballsy women we're surrounded with, and you can't be both. We don't want to lose the man to some tipo facile, but we want him to chase us. We want him to be domineering, but we want him to be weak at the knees at the sight of us. So some mistake this little Italian woman as somewhat complicated. I realise as I buy my lunch for work that one of the great things about My Little Italy is there are lots of different types of people. And unlike small towns in the motherland where a stranger would cause a murmur of "Ma chi è quella? È una straniera? Non mi dire che quella è la cugina della sorella della figlia della suocera del padre di Miniguccio, quello che tagliava la carne per uomo menomato du canale." Here everyone goes about their ways doing their own thing. Occasionally you get someone ask what nationality you are, but most Italians don't care. I hate it when the Greeks say "una faccia, una razza," because it really is something only Greek people say. Okay, so maybe I'm a bit of a snob, but that comes with the territory, right? The food, the music, the films, everyone's getting into it. Who could pass up an offer for fine Italian food? You could pay €5 in Italy for a whole pizza, but call it gourmet, and in Little Italy you can charge at least 20. And the language is really in a league of its own. Only in Italian do you ask, "Hai fatto qualche cosa di bello oggi?" It's no wonder everyone wants a piece of Little Italy action. And when you hear of cappuccino, focaccia, bruschetta, chinotto, spumante, margherita, capricciosa, bosciola, vermicelli, it's wannabe Italian at its best. So if we want to recreate so much of Little Italy, why aren't we choosing to go back? Because we love Little Italy. Here we can actually walk into a store and get served. We can work our exciting and glamorous jobs, and we can still celebrate the Italian culture. And even though we are obsessively tied to our roots, it's a matter of finding a way to hold on to both our heritage and our current lifestyle. We're still Italian. We'll let our minds create the world as we want it. So at times we need a bit of a reality check, but who doesn't? Sometimes disillusioned, sometimes convoluted, those who belong to my world are happy. Whether we really live out our dual identity or we just imagine we do, running through our veins is a spirit, una passione, unlike any other. It's called being Italian. Welcome to my world. Welcome